Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to look at 3 Barcelona players Arsenal should take advantage of as Barcelona fire sale to solve 3 Mikel Arteta issues. Arsenal look set to have a disappointing summer if they do not solve the deep issues facing boss Mikel Arteta. The Gunners have so far been frustrated in their attempts at a squad rebuild, with several bids for targets knocked back. The Spaniard has been trusted to lead the club's transfer window plans despite overseeing one of the most disappointing campaigns in the club's recent history. Mikel Arteta guided Arsenal to an 8th place finish, while their defence of the previous season's FA Cup success ended in a 4th round exit against Southampton. The Arsenal boss and sporting director Edu have already made plans to improve their squad, but are repeatedly hitting obstacles. So these are 3 Barcelona players Arsenal could sign. So the first person on the list is Philippe Coutinho. The Brazilian is exactly the type of player who might rock up at the Emirates Stadium after Arsenal desperately scraped together a £25 million deal on deadline day, having seen Buendia slip through their grasp before giving up on expensive fare Martin Odegaard and Jack Grealish. But this does not mean that Philippe Coutinho would be a bad signing. His reputation as one of the world's best attacking midfielders might have fallen since his £105 million move from Liverpool. However, Arsenal could be the perfect place for him to rekindle his best form. Philippe Coutinho, still only 29, scored 11 goals and provided 9 assists across 38 appearances during a loan spell with Bayern Munich in 2019-2020. To provide similar numbers in an Arsenal shirt would make him a decent alternative to Martin Odegaard or Jack Grealish. And with Philippe Coutinho, he is someone that has impressed heavily for Liverpool in his time at Anfield when he was in one of the best forms of his life, and a lot of clubs were looking to sign him, and then Barcelona did make the move. They spent that big money to try and sign Philippe Coutinho, but that transfer didn't work out for Barcelona at all because injuries have been a problem. Philippe Coutinho wasn't used in the right position, as he pretty much plays in the same position as Lionel Messi in that number 10 position, and he had to be operated on the wide, and that's something that Philippe Coutinho is not really famous for. He's not operating as a left winger or a right winger. He's more of a number 10 midfielder. So when it comes to Mikel Arteta, he could be that Martin Odegaard alternative and that Mesut Ozil long-term replacement Arsenal need. So the next person on the list is Sergi Roberto. Barcelona will reportedly listen to offers for La Masia graduate Roberto. The 29-year-old right-back has made 304 appearances for the club since his debut 11 years ago, but could move on if a club receives a suitable bid. Arsenal defender Hector Bellerin has been linked with a return to the new camp, and the move could happen with Roberto heading in the opposite direction. The dynamic Roberto would be the perfect replacement for Hector Bellerin, and when it comes to Sergi Roberto, and especially when it comes to Mikel Arteta, he is looking for that inverted right back in that position. We were linked with the likes of Tyler Adams, who can play in that right back position and also as a central midfielder, but predominantly he is a midfielder, but he can operate on that right back position as well. But that's something Sergi Roberto can do as well. He's an inverted right back. He's someone that has played his trade as a midfielder as well. He's someone that has played alongside the likes of Andres Iniesta, Xavi, to just name a few players. He has learned from those sorts of players, so he knows how to play in the middle, and he's also someone that can operate in that right back position. And if Mikel Arteta wants to follow a similar system to Pep Guardiola with an inverted right back, it could be in the form of Sergi Roberto, as he's someone that could cut inside and really create from that midfield position for the other wingers such as the likes of Nicolas Pepe, the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Bukayo Saka, to make those runs in behind the defence as Sergi Roberto gets the ball from that right back position into that midfield and finds some ball breaking pass and line breaking passes, and that's something that Arsenal may need in the form of Sergi Roberto. So the final person on the list is Samuel Umtiti, and Arsenal's pursuit of England star Ben White proves that Mikel Arteta wants a centre-back this summer. They have lacked a top-quality defender since Laurent Koscielny's departure in 2019. Umtiti would offer a huge upgrade on the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes, Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. He can also play at left-back, so he could also act as a backup for Kieran Tierney. The Frenchman made just 13 La Liga appearances for Barca last season and is seemingly surplus to requirements. And when it comes to Samuel Umtiti, he is someone that has impressed previously for Barcelona, but there's this one niggly injury that he has had, and Barcelona have taken very much a huge precaution regarding this injury. Umtiti doesn't want to do that operation, and there's that big saga going on with Umtiti why he's getting less minutes. They think that there's something wrong with his ability to play due to that injury, and that's something that's pretty much prevented him from playing at the top level to a consistent basis. But he is still a decent player. He has all the experience in the world. He's won Champions League, he's won the World Cup, he's won a lot of things as a French centre back, and he's literally someone that can offer also, if they're looking for that experienced defender, he can also operate with his versatility in that left back position, and also in that centre back position he could operate alongside the likes of William Saliba, tell them how to grow into a top centre back, and other players like Gabriel Magalhaes, who are very young players, and even Ben White, if he is going to make that move from Brighton to Arsenal. Umtiti is a player that has all the experience in the world. He's played at the top level, and he can literally advise these guys on how to improve, like the impact David Luiz had on Arsenal. So these are 3 players that Mikel Arteta could sign as Barcelona plot fire sale. And when it comes to Barcelona, they're a team that have a lot of players that are going to leave, and when it comes to Arsenal, if they're going to make that major rebuild with the likes of Bellerin, Xhaka, Willian, to name a few that are already going to be leaving the football club, it is something that Arsenal can pounce upon, given the fact that the Catalans do reportedly have placed 18 stars on their transfer list to remove long-standing debts. And when it comes to Barcelona themselves, they're looking for a massive rebuild as well, and there are some players in that list of 18 that Mikel Arteta could really use to a large extent, like the likes of Coutinho, the likes of Sergi Roberto, and finally in the form of Samuel Umtiti. These are 3 players that can pretty much transform this Arsenal Football Club. They know players that are past their age, they're players that are in their prime of their career. So Mikel Arteta has a number of players to choose and make sure he gets through this summer transfer window, and these players could be a shout. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup poster using the special link I have put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 20 likes. Also, subscribe for more daily Arsenal news videos and click one of the latest videos on the screen, and I'll see you there.